All right, Shalom. Want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. Want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, where we learned this truth from. Want to say peace, mercy, and blessings unto all the hopeful elect. You check the audio for me. And we are the Hebrew Israelites. The true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, which means he exists or he is to be. The true name of the Son is Yahushai, which means he is the deliverer. All right? We don't call upon God and Jesus Christ and Yahshua, Yahoshua, Yahweh. We don't call upon those names. We call upon the correct names of Yahweh and Yahushai. All right? And we are the Hebrew Israelites. All right? Today we're being so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, Seminole Indian, Latin, Hispanic, but those are just bywords and proverbs to conceal our true identity, our true nationality, all right, of being the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, all right, and the self-proclaimed white man, he's not white, he's red, all right, they're Esau, Edom, the Idumeans, Mount Seir, all right, the old serpent, the dragon, the devil, all right, and they're known as the end of the world in biblical prophecy. All right, and Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. All right. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushua for allowing us to be able to come out and teach the word, you know, because there's a lot going on in the news. You know, I believe tonight there's supposed to be a solar eclipse. There's protests all over the world, earthquakes, uproars of the people. People are angry. I believe back in 2020, Mr. Swab said we have to prepare for a angrier world. So we're in the times of that angrier world. All right, and the anger is only going to intensify. There's supposed to be a goddamn million-man march on April 5th. You go on social media, you see all the jakes, they like, nah, making jokes and shit. The ancestors told us to stay out of it. But then you got some jakes that, nah, we're gonna go out there, we're gonna stand, you know, but that's the uproar of the people. You know, you're gonna have Egyptian against Egyptian, because this is modern day Egypt, you know. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently. So we're in the spirit of measuring diligently. Okay, and what do you use to measure? You use the prophecies in the Bible, right? So if you're paying attention to the world, you can clearly see how the whole world is going cashless. All right? Over banks are closing. Run on banks. Banks are shutting down. Over there in the UK, all right, they're putting their driver's license, you know, digital. Just like you can pull up your digital wallet on your phone and use tap to pay. Well, that's how people can pull up their driver's license. Okay, so we're in the days of everything going cashless, everything going digital. Okay, Trump is doing away with the dollar, right? So it's going to crash. We're in the days of easier failing, but with this crash, it's going to cause massive confusion, misery. It's going to cause people to hit the streets. Okay, because one of the things that Elon Musk is doing, and Department of Government Efficiency, they're cutting everything, man. They're cutting all this shit. Social Security, the food stamps. They're revamping that. All right. So now you fucking fat ass obese Americans, you can't buy certain shit that you would buy with your food stamps, and you have to meet certain work requirements in order for you to receive those food stamps. You know, so hey man, call on him like y'all about Shem Shot, because may the Most High use this man to bring the pain, because that's modern day Nero. And you go into history, where Nero did, he actually burned down ancient Rome, but then he blamed it on the Christians. So you know, so that's persecution. You know. That's the setup, which we can see how the persecution is going to come, because we're the only ones out here, you know, Lord willing, with the hopeful elect, that fear the Lord. We're speaking out against the mark of the beast, which it is a physical device. It's not sin in all its forms. It's not embargo. It's not, we don't already have it. It's not in your cell phone. It's all around you. I've been seeing videos all week about the mark of the beast. You know, people having dreams and shit because that's the times that we're in. As we get closer and closer to the end, you know, you're going to have more false prophets say that there is no mark or that the mark is sin or that's embargo or sleeping with white women or this or that. But then it's going to become more and more evident that it's that rice device, man. Right? This is 2 Esdras 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So we're in the times where the Most High is about to send his son back to visit this place, man. Okay, we're in the times of the second coming of Yahushua, and there's a couple major prophecies that we're looking forward to. That being the third World War III. All right, don't you know? I believe you have NATO. They're getting ready to send troops to Ukraine. All right, because the barrels over there tearing shit up. So there's talks of World War III over there in the Levant region, in the Middle East. All right. The Amalek is breaking ceasefires and shit. He's bombing the hell out those people, man. All right, they're capturing them. All right, you know, stripping them naked, making them search houses for IEDs. They're using them as human shields. It's that big G word, you know. So they got the whole world in the uproar. Who they're allies with. All right, that's Amalek over there. In probable prophecy, that's the least of the flock, but they're allied with the West. Right? See all that shit that they got into, all the enemies that they created over there. The West gonna have to get involved to back up their interests. Yeah. All right, because a few weeks back, when Trump sent them $4 billion he sent them. You know. It says 2 Esdras 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. So we're measuring diligently. We're watching for talks of World War III, signs in the heaven, earthquakes, uproars of the people. All right, all these things point to the end. It says, then that is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So we're in that time, you know. Verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, so we're seeing that. That goes into the protests, all right? And if you're protesting something, you're making a public disapproval of it, you know? So people are really, they're coming out to protest Elon Musk and Donald Trump, all right? This is why they're hitting those Tesla dealerships, man. These motherfuckers, they're hitting Tesla dealerships, spray painting vehicles, spray painting buildings, keying cars, flattening the tires and shit, all right? They're showing you that, you know.
Well, I just heard people are, you know, which they've been saying it, like he's like actually the president, but they've dubbed him the shadow president or the co-president. So Elon Musk, they're actually realizing that he's actually calling shots and making plays. You know what I'm saying? They're just using. I think they called it the video you sent to Tech America earlier. The guy was talking about they were trying to. Elon Musk's dad was an N-word, but not, you know.
Yeah.
So they were trying to build some type of Tech America where they're trying to build some sort of. They've been warmongering with Canada down to Panama. You know, Mexico and all that. It was something in the video I couldn't catch it all.
Can you bring up that article?
Yeah.
I'll read this.
It all.
Yeah, I'll read this again. 2 Esdras 9 and verse 2. It says, then shalt thou understand that is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So we don't have to wait another 150,000 years like Elazar said, man. We're in the days where the Yahushua is about to make his return soon. All right, the scripture says, behold, I come quickly, my reward is with me. You know what I'm saying? We're waiting for that reward, which is going to be the kingdom of heaven. You got it?
This is Zero Hedge. Tulsa Takedown. revolutionary prepared for mobilization nationwide. Far left, revolutionary behind the Tulsa takedown. Color Revolution operation have identified dozens of Tulsa targets nationwide and are preparing to mobilize far left agitator aligned with the Democrats Party to those at location as soon as Saturday. And what the road groups reportedly funded by the Soros Link organization individually global date of action. The Tulsa Takedown website link to the Action Network, an online platform used by shady far left.
Right, so they're calling this the Tesla takedown, and like I said, they're taking it a step further. So you gotta think, people that got Teslas, you know what you know what they're doing? They're like taking the T off that car, so people don't fuck with it. You know, changing the symbol, putting the Honda symbol over it.
But you can't hide that. You can tell a Tesla when you see it.
I just seen one the other day. Coming home, I seen somebody driving.
You know what people are doing, right? They're burning them.
Yeah, I heard.
Burning them
I'll show you
shits,
that
man.
yesterday,
Yeah.
They're burning down the Teslas, you know, and fucking keying, flattening, whatever they could do.
Well, it was a celebrity, actress, Gwyneth Paltrow. I think that she had made a video of her sending hers back, so she got rid of it.
It's like a refrigerator with wheels.
That's just a death trap anyway,
Yeah,
man.
like
I remember I was driving one time, one of them just stopped on the thruway in front of me. So I don't think they did that on purpose. But that's just going to show you, that's just a death trap. You know, that one person that got burned alive in a Tesla,
That happened to somebody else again. The second time somebody got burned alive in a Tesla.
that's just a death trap. Then you watch that movie, Leave the World Behind, that's what it shows you. All the smart vehicles got hacked to stop up the thruway, so there's no getting in, no getting out. You know?
Because what they trying to set up, like you were trying to, I think I know what you're talking about. They trying to set up that they're not going to need no more presidents. They're going to use scientists and technology to run the country.
Yeah.
They're going to be making all the
Cars.
calls on what goes on.
Right, exactly.
Well, that's another aspect of it too, because AI is getting ready to replace all of these jobs. All right, pretty much any job you could think of, AI is getting ready to replace it. So it's getting ready. So it's getting ready to be massive job loss. So that's going to cause people to hit the streets too. That's another aspect, because not only are these veterans losing benefits, these women losing benefits and shit, you know, but people are losing it. He's firing a lot of people.
Right.
So people are pissed off.
Like, these people losing their mind along with their jobs.
You know what cartoon that displayed that they kind of like told you they had an agenda for a long time ago. They had science and technology running the world. Voltron.
Voltron?
Yup.
Okay.
Yup. Voltron.
That back in the day, that was like what you would call like Terminator. There's machines that can transform and, you know,
Oh, you talking about
what's that?
Robotech.
Yeah, Robotech. They was like they displayed that in that cartoon too. That
Okay.
technologists and scientists ran the world.
I seen. I don't know the name of this cartoon, but it's on Netflix. They were talking about the smart mark, and they show people go down there, take the mark.
Yeah, I know someone.
You know what I'm saying? So you could.
Yeah, it was an old cartoon from the '90s. I remember watching it at that time. I know what you're talking about. They had like these suit, like the suits, like the exo suits. I forgot the name of that car. It was called Exo something. I forgot the name.
They put that in G.I. Joe too.
Yep.
Put that in that cartoon, Gargoyles, X-Men. You know.
So that's going into how we were saying with the 420 implementation of martial law. You know what I'm saying? That's part of them starting to execute that tech with the scientists and all that tech American shit.
Read some more of that. Read aloud so the camera can get you. Oh, you got one? Go ahead.
I'm just gonna I was landing back on what you were saying earlier.
Doing the Clark Kent right here. Tulsa Takedown website linked to Action Network, an online platform used by the shady far left NGOs to organize and fundraise, which shows that the group, like troublemakers and the disruption of projects, are leading tomorrow efforts to tank Tulsa stock and destroy shareholders' values. Stopping Musk will help save lives in our democracy. Tulsa Takedown.
See, people actually believe that they can save this country. That's why they're protesting. All right, but that's really a trap to draw your ass out into the streets so they could enact martial law. So now they're saying, oh, okay, we're going to enact martial law April 20th, which we'll see if it happens, but they're not going to tell you.
Yeah.
They're just going to do it, because you're going to have people hitting the streets for because they're going to want food.
Basic.
They're going to want basic necessities when the economy collapses, man, because it's going to get so bad that your neighbor going to run into your house.
I got that precept of what you just said.
Oh, bring out the precept.
I got
go back in the article.
I got Genesis 49:9. Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. My son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He crouched as a lion.
Yeah, right now, Jake is in that spirit. Just like they said, we're just gonna stay home. We're gonna stay out of it.
Right.
I don't want no problems.
Right.
Jake's more in that spirit of targeting each other. That's what Charleston White. That's what he's sending pretty much his voice around, getting on these rappers because they push an evil eye spirit, shooting niggas' mama house up, shooting each other up, snitching, not wanting to take their lick, so to speak, putting the community in trouble, because that's the spirit of Jake's. They don't really understand who their enemy. They don't have the spirit to fight Esau right now, but the Most High is gonna put that spirit back in them, because guess what? It's gonna be more so-called police brutality. Because with Trump back in office, he gave them immunity again.
Yeah.
All right, meaning you can't do the things to these cops that you could under the Biden administration.
Yeah.
So now with them having that immunity and Trump being in office, make America great again, that pride is back in the Edomites too.
Right. Then he withdraw that segregation law.
Yeah, I believe that was for the government. But he also a lot of Jake. That are in his military, he's getting rid of them.
Yeah.
He's getting rid of a lot of Israelites.
Right.
Because he want only Esau up in there.
But that's what they were saying. He's trying to do the whole, the Nazi thing with the right, with the
Third Reich.
The Third Reich. And that's the whole thing with Elon, with his pops and his grandpops was into those armies.
He did. He did the salute.
Yeah, the Sikh hell.
You know what I'm saying?
But it says, and this is the part, and as an old lion, who shall rouse them up?
Right, who shall rouse them up? The Most High. All these police killings, things of that nature. That's when Jake is going to actually rise up.
Yeah.
Okay, and then once Judah rises up, then that's when Issachar going. Because right now I'm seeing a lot of black and brown pride too. Because if you go into the history of Mexico, all right, they allowed, they freed their slaves first.
Allowed them to come down there too.
They allowed them to come down there, gave them shelter.
Yeah.
All right, a so-called Mexican president, he was black. Vicente Guerrero.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. But that's the tribe. That's Issachar, Judah, Reuben, Gad. They all went down there. Then when Esau tried to go get them, Issachar wouldn't give them the slaves.
Yeah.
So that history is being brought back out. So that the northern and southern kingdom, they are going to reunite.
Like what y'all was saying about Donald Trump removing all Jake from the military. I just read the other day that he tried to put back on the Andrew Jackson statues back up. All the
Yeah.
He tried to put those back up.
Yeah, that's what they were targeting during the whole 19 scam demic. But that goes to show you they want to bring that spirit of bringing America back again, which is the F word, which I can't say. But that goes back to what? Establishing Edomite supremacy. That's what it's all about, man.
And about the land back and what you said with them sending that $4 billion over there to Israel. The devil, which is Amalek over there, is showing his horns to the Palestinians. But that's what Esau over here, which would be like the British, the English, they gonna do to Jake over here. He gonna show his horns and let y'all know who he really is. You know what I'm saying? And the motherfucking them Ishmaelites, they little racist ass. Remember, I sent it in the chat. They was having a conversation in Arabic, but they were talking about that shooting that happened on Clifford in Portland. Yeah. And I read it, but it was going into Amalek. Ishmael know who the fuck we is because he said some disparaging shit about Jake. in his comment about that, but he basically called the slaves.
Yeah. My man was telling me at the job, he said he was like calling them slaves and shit.
Yeah, that's Psalms 83. But that go to show you when shit hit the fan, you know, it's gonna be Israelites versus everybody. Cause you don't have to worry about Ishmael, cause they gonna protect their stores, man.
Yeah.
Cause you know, Jake, a lot of them gonna getting ready to go back to their country, but they gonna try to protect their stores and shit. Or,
I got it right here. This Ishmael talking shit about Jake. You know what I'm saying? They talking about the shooting that happened over there. But basically, here's the point right here. It says one of the Israelites said, "May God burn them. These slaves are always the cause of killing and looting." It says, "Jail for a while and get out." So they having a whole conversation talking shit about Jake. You know what I'm saying? Now, we ain't saying that like what they saying ain't true, but it's like you got a brother or a sister, you can talk shit to him,
Yeah.
but that's still my brother or sister. You ain't gonna talk shit to
but
him.
that go to show you how the other nations feel about you. Show you how the Arabs feel about you. You know,
Right.
you may work with them and shit. You may go in the store, act cool.
Yeah.
Sometimes they ain't cool.
Yeah,
They always got the price change or some shit.
yeah,
Like I said, like I understand that the boy was stealing. They
Yeah.
told him not to come back in there. Cool.
Yeah.
But you ain't have to put your hands on. You got to just call the cops.
exact. That's what they there for.
You know what I'm saying?
What do they call that? They call that vigilance justice. You can't be out here. So that's because he gonna get charged.
Mm-hmm.
That's assault. You just assaulted that man. You going to jail too, buddy.
That goes into that crafty counsel, man.
Right.
You know, the number one nation, Esau. I got a couple precepts. We're gonna keep reading that article a little bit. This is Zechariah 9 and 13. Zechariah 9 and 13 says, "When I have bent Judah for me and filled the bow with Ephraim and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece." So the sons of Zion is the 12 tribes. All right. Now, when you go back to the time of David, all the tribes were united under David. Zebulun, all right, Gad, Manasseh, Reuben. And remind you, the northern kingdom, those are the warrior tribes. So those were the hitters for David.
That's God.
You know, and then under Solomon, after Solomon's death, you know, the kingdom split between Jeroboam and Rehoboam. So the tribes haven't been reunited for thousands of years. So what's happening now? You see brothers that may be out here teaching, they don't necessarily look like a black man because it's not a colored thing. Which is why brothers are making videos, "Am I a black Israelite?" You know, because they have a different complexion. You know, but that's because the Israelite men deal with the women of other nations, put the seed in them, then they coming out looking like other nations. Perfect example of that is Blake Griffin.
Wow.
You know, I was looking at a couple people, man, like Theo Vaughn, who's supposed to be like a new comedian, but he's Nicaraguan,
Right.
so he's Northern Kingdom.
Yeah.
You know,
But the Lord actually created us like that. Because he said that Israel, you are like a speckled bird.
Yep, there you go.
So we gonna be coming in different shades of brown.
You know, I seen
From the lightest to the darkest. You know what I'm saying?
I was watching Manat Zappa last night when he was teaching. It was a beautiful thing. Cause they showed the Edomite. He looked like he looked like Edomite. You know what he did? He stopped and was just listening the whole time. His family came behind him and just walked past him. He didn't go with his family. He just stayed and listened. He didn't starve, nothing. He didn't say anything. He just listened. He was looking at the signs. He was listening to them teaching. And then, he stayed for a minute. Then he just walked off. And about the Zappa, you see that? You see that it pulled him in. See, he might be one of us. He might be Jake. You know what I'm saying? Because you see his family just walk. His wife and his kids walked past him. They kept going. He didn't even go with them. He just stayed and stopped and listened.
There's gonna be a lot more of that, and the Most High gonna do that to confound people.
Right.
You know, because you got some groups that teach all the Israelites is all black.
Right.
But that's the case, then why do you have whole camps that speak different languages?
Right.
You know?
But that could be twofold too. That could be the fact that he is one of us, and say that my sheep hear my voice, or it could be for him to hear it and understand and then complain of an ungodly father. So now you can go back and say, oh shit, look what y'all did to these people. You know what I'm saying? So it can run either way. It's up to the Lord. You know, he planted the seeds. It's up to the Lord to get an increase, and we don't know what it could like spring up.
Well, that's why the Lord said he got to separate the wheat from the tares.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the wheat and tares, they look similar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't know anything about farm work, you know, nothing of that nature, you wouldn't be able to tell them apart.
Right.
So really, it's up, you know, the angels are going to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me finish this and go back there.
What was that, brother? Zechariah 9?
Yep, verse 13. I'll call it out again. Zechariah 9 and 13. When I have bent Judah for me, so that's the Most High rousing up Judah. Gonna rouse up the northern kingdom. I'm sorry, the southern kingdom. All right, because it says, I shall save the tents of Judah first, and fill the bowl with Ephraim. That's the northern kingdom. You know what I'm saying? And raise, so the northern kingdom, they just waiting for Judah to do something, man.
Right.
They gonna be right behind Judah.
Yep.
You know?
I had I don't know what he was, but he was one of the Hispanic brothers. But he told me that at the park when that George Floyd and all that shit, something was going on. He said, "Yo," he said, "when it go down, you know we gonna help y'all, right?"
Yep.
He said, "You want me to tell you why? Because we know we next."
Yep. See, I was just about to say that because if they're in the spirit, you
Word.
know you. And now look,
you know what I mean? I didn't say nothing. Like, I mean, we just started because we had our children at the park playing, and he just came out and said it.
the Most High made them say that. 'Cause that's
Yeah.
on the spirit.
Come.
That goes to, that's Romans 8:16. The spirit bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the living power.
Come.
So now we're coming back to know who we are. You know what I'm saying? And Judah's getting up with the northern kingdom. You know. It says, and when I bent Judah for me, filled the bowl with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, and made thee as a sword of a mighty man. So yeah, you're gonna have the tribes getting the better. And you're gonna have Israelites come in that look like straight up white people. They might even sound like them. You might be like, damn, this dude show you not an Edomite, but it's not an Edomite. The spirit in there is an Israelite, man.
Right.
You know, Most High gonna do that. You know.
Just like remember David Chappelle did that Biggs and shit when he was blind with the whole time. That actually happened. But it was the Edomite dude. He was like the grand wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. I guess he did the ancestry research. He found out. He found out.
He was on the Donahue show. Or Sally Jackson, one of them shows.
I think 60 Minutes or
Was
something.
that 60 Minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one too.
Yeah, that's
but there was
what I'm
another one on Donahue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When I'm talking about,
Yeah,
it was not that long ago. It was like probably like good 10 years ago.
Okay.
Yup.
Yeah.
And he found out that he had, African
Negro
ancestry. He had to step down and shit. And the thing that came to my mind was that Dave Chappelle shit.
Yeah.
I know that had to hurt.
Right.
This is Jeremiah 12 and verse 9. Jeremiah 12 and 9. My inheritance is unto me as a speckled bird. The birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field, come to devour. So when you go into that word speckled, it means variegated, meaning many colors. You know? One more, then we go back to that. This is Revelation chapter 7 and verse 9. Revelation 7 and 9. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands. So that's the different Israelites who are the elect that's gonna come out of all the nations on the earth. They're not gonna come out all looking the same.
Right.
You know, because when you read about Ephraim in Hosea, it says Ephraim is a cake not turned. You know, he had mixed himself among the people. A lot of the northern kingdom, they actually think they're white, and then they mix with them and shit to the point where they treat the southern kingdom bad.
Right.
You know.
You got got the Puerto Ricans, which they call themselves Balicua, or Boricua, I haven't heard them say it, but they say what makes you Balicua is you mixed in with the Spaniard, which is white, the African, and Taino. So that's
Legal don't mean that means brave Lord. That's what that means.
right, but that's what they say.
They don't even know that's
say,
Hebrew.
man.
I had to break it down to a Puerto Rican dude.
Right.
He said Boricua, that's
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, for us. I just say, you didn't know that? He's like, no.
Right.
But you know, we heard that in that Big Pun song, Borica, Moreno. You know what I'm saying? But that's the tribes coming together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's talking about getting with the woman of the Southern Kingdom, and then
Yeah.
that's what Jakes do.
Yeah.
You might see a Northern Kingdom Jake with a Southern Kingdom woman, and vice versa. You see it all day, you know, in person, online,
Right.
in high school.
Right.
You know.
And even when you go into understanding who's gonna make it in through the pearly gates, it's 12 of them if you didn't know, and on top of the gates is the name of each tribe.
No, brother. There's only one gate. And we all gonna go through that gate.
Right.
That's
What they say.
Yeah.
No, if you read the scriptures, yeah, it's every like you said, the kindred, every tribesman got a gate they gotta go through. You know what I mean? So that lets you know right there.
Back in the article.
Stopping must will help save lives in our democracy Tulsa takedown right wrote on its website adding the stakes cannot be higher. No one is coming to save us. Not politicians, not the media. Tulsa takedown claims are baseless and not grounded in facts. So this Laura Luna. Here is the most comprehensive list of nearly 200 Tulsa takedowns scheduled for this Saturday, March 29th.
So they out here today. So they're gonna be all over the country burning Teslas. Call all y'all about sitting outside, man. They're supposed to be a solar eclipse tonight, I believe.
Oh, word?
Yep.
Okay.
So the earthquake 7.7 that hit Thailand, I believe 144,000 people got deleted. That's all spiritual.
So now it makes sense why 420 got to happen next month because you know that this right here is going to bring forth our
Uproars, those uproars of the people.
Yeah.
You know, and also wait, keep reading that.
Yep. Alright. And if you get I'm starting. Here is the most comprehensive list of nearly 200 Tulsa takedowns scheduled for this Saturday, March 29th, 2025. If you get footage of the protest or catch acts of violence and vandalism on video, please put it inside the Tulsa Takedown Watchdog.
So they labeled them people domestic tea.
Right.
You know? So you know there's Asian provocateurs all in that shit, but some of them get apprehended, they might take their ass to Guantanamo Bay.
Right.
You know, because they're not gonna play with people, man. It says devil is gonna come down having great wrath.
Right.
A lot of people they just gonna get taken and thrown into prison. I seen another video of this I think he was Venezuelan, but he was online. He was just dumbass because when he uploaded a video of himself squatting, you know what I'm saying? Because you know he didn't get caught. He didn't get caught by ICE yet. But when he uploaded this video saying how there's laws in America where you can squat, they caught his ass and sent him back to South America. You know?
Yeah. But see, now I'm wondering now, is they gonna dub these motherfuckers as the Tesla boys? That they call J. Kia boys? Is they gonna dub these motherfuckers as Tesla boys?
Well, I believe the head of the operation is the NDub. Because I seen her
Okay.
talking about it online. They were asking her, well, why are you guys destroying, you know, property? And she said, well, we didn't tell them to touch anything. You know?
Wow.
Like I said, there's agents all up in there, though.
Right.
You know?
But you alluded to it though. That's the thing. You know, it don't take much for a simple-minded fool to take something just like when DJ Trump was trying to say with the Kung Flu, talk about because they said bleach can disinfect and kill the viruses. And he was like, well, they can just drink it then, right? Just drink it. You know, some dummies went ahead and drunk some damn bleach because this stupid ass said it. It's crazy, man.
Continue. Exclusive Tulsa Takedown Global Day Action 329.25 compilations tells the takedown organizers got called for 500 demonstrations at Tesla showroom, as well as supercharger stations all over the world.
So they're gonna turn violent. You know, all these protests that's getting ready to happen, you can expect them to go violent. We're not gonna go out there. We're not telling anybody to go out there, man. We don't advise you to go out there amongst these people. You know, because the only thing that's gonna come from that is more confusion, violence.
Right.
Your ass might get you might get your ass beat, man.
Right.
You know, the Most High might send the Spirit Creative Adventures out there, just start mowing people down.
Right.
You know.
But if so, that's they lie. You gonna take your dumb ass out there, then you know what I'm saying. You gonna get what the fuck you was asking for. You know what I mean? So the Lord made you do it.
That's basically it.
There's another one on April 5th. I got some notes too about going to some of these notes on my Marvin Sapp.
It's another
You see it?
Oh.
The other article.
He was keeping them all hostage.
Yeah, he locked the church doors. He said, "I need $1,000 from everybody."
Right.
And he wanted to raise 40 bands.
Yeah.
This motherfucker locked the door until he raised those 40 bands. But that goes back to that movie, man. Don't be a menace in South Central while drinking your juice in the hood.
Right.
He told him, don't ask no questions, just give the money. What he said? He said, nigga, get that plate around. So false prophets are being exposed, man. You got guys like that amongst Israel too, with the garments on, the beards, the fringes, the scriptures on the highways. And then niggas out on the highways and hedges with guns, knives.
Yeah.
It says the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. You know, so we're in a time of great exposure, false prophets, you know, demons, antichrists. You know, Most High is getting ready to kill a lot of these false pastors, man.
But like that one had camp leader from Sakari. They were saying he was exposing how he was making the Edomites feel guilt tripping them out and giving them money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Deacon Akkad.
Yeah.
That was another cat from Sacramento.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know you're
One of the video, but one of the camp members was saying he used to get the money from the Edomites, and then he'll just pocket the money. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even like, you know what I'm saying? If he was gonna get it, like split it with the brethren, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, it's crazy.
Well, there's a lot of extortion amongst them too.
Yeah.
Amongst the Sakari, there's a lot of extortion, allegations of adultery, you know, all type of scandals they caught up in, man. But that's the Most High destroying that group. Because look what they do. They preach on the highways with hats on. They're very prideful. They got guns and knives on their hip. You know,
House of Saul.
which I believe Sakari goes into being a daggerman. So those are some carnal people. You know what I'm saying?
I heard that I don't know if it's true. I'm gonna do some research. I heard General Yohana stepped down.
Oh wow. Commanding General?
I'm second in command. For them allegations of breaking, African
shit.
dead body thing.
Came out, they was
Wow.
touching the little boy.
Yup.
See, everything they always talking shit about, you know, apostles, elders, great brothers, the great millstone, the great doctrine.
Right.
That's some very easy breakdown,
Right.
you know? And that it's actually a law enacted to protect the woman.
Right.
Because in this society, when men do that to a woman, she just out there,
Right.
you know? They just do the act and then they just leave her. The Bible says if you want a woman that bad and you snatch her up, then you got to keep her for life. You can't divorce her.
Right.
And she could be giving that man hell,
Right.
which you know she probably is, because she resents him, but he still can't divorce her because he wanted her so bad,
Right.
you know. But here in this society, they say, you know, we're touching a little girl. Nobody's doing that, man. You know, no brother's doing that. That's all bullshit. Now come to find out, you got Polite, this motherfucker in prison for touching his girl's daughter.
Right.
You know,
Minor.
you got Alazar, he's pimping his wife out to Esau,
Big bang.
letting his wife peg him. There's all type of weird shit going on.
And
Man.
then he had the nerve to get up in front of the camera and try to defend this shit, talking about it was just fantasy. That's some shit you shouldn't even be fantasizing about. Or getting pegged. Talking about he didn't get pegged, it was just talks of fantasy. That's crazy. That's what it says, that you're just as guilty as iniquity. The thought of it. Your thoughts can condemn you. You know?
Since it was in the heart coming out the mouth. So that was what I'm saying. That was some sick shit that was conjuring up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The script said that the things that come out your things in your thoughts that come out your mouth, so is you. That's still like
Part
you
of you.
part of you.
Yeah.
I probably worded it wrong.
And your desires.
Right. But that defiles you. You know what I'm saying? So by them texting that shit and that being exposed, and that's why he's crying on camera like that, because he understood that now he's defiled.
Right.
But everybody, which we already could see that, because first of all, he's talking about we're gonna be here another 1,000 years. You don't have to worship Yahweh Shai. You know, not respecting the men who taught him. Guns at camp. Passover at the strip club. We go on and on. These whack ass rap videos. You know. This is Isaiah 56 and verse 10. His watchmen are blind. Read it again. Isaiah 56 and 10. His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They're all dumb dogs. They cannot bark, right? Because if you got a home, you know what I'm saying? You have, you know, a place where you lay your head and you got some dogs there. If somebody's coming up on your property, you want your dog to warn you. So you want a dog that's going to bark. You want a dog that's going to be aggressive against an intruder. But that's like the men of the Lord. They're constantly barking on people that have the wrong breakdowns. You know, that they're not pushing the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, coming in the name of Christ, telling you that the mark of the beast is sin in all its forms.
Right.
So we're constantly barking.
Right.
You know, but these other guys, they're not barking. They're not warning the people. They're not warning you of Jacob's trouble.
Right.
They're not warning you that the grace period is ending. You know, they shalom Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
I think they call those dogs biscuit eaters. You're a biscuit eater.
Hot liquor.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what Marvin Sapp is. And he need a lot of biscuits. Nate, they go jet setting this shit. General Yohana, Sakari. You know, they're constantly begging for money. We just come out here, freely we have received, and then Most High put the spirit on us to fear the Lord, to come out here and teach it.
Right.
Because we're putting our talents to use.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people, they're actually hiding their talents. We're out here putting our talents to use, man. You know?
Then that's a form of oppression. That's usury.
Yep.
You're oppressing your fellow Israelite, man. You know, don't you think your fellow mates struggling too? That you see that all the time in the Christian church, man. You know, this woman can't get groceries or pay their rent because she don't gave you the little $100 that could have, you know what I'm saying?
That could have went to food for her children.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Her mouth and her children mouth. They got to go to pastor pocket.
Yeah.
And then you bring out the scriptures to make people feel bad.
Feel
or you
guilty.
give them a sense of false hope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You give that $100.
Prosperity doctrine.
The Lord gonna bless you back.
Yeah.
Being a goddamn demon. But
Yeah.
they sold out to Esau, man. It's called a 501c3 charter.
Yeah.
You know? And then you have Israelite camps that have a 501c3 charter.
It's a tax write off.
I know this going on working over here. And that's how I was working at the building. This is a week from my dude. And he was going to church. He said he used to like give all his tithes, give tithes and all that. He said he was homeless because of that. And then he went to the church to actually give him help. They didn't want to help him. They drew that nigga to be a homeless.
There's a scripture that tells you to not do that. It says, do not give to the point of and put you in poverty.
Right. It says, I know you're sense of rock. It says, give within thy power.
Yeah.
But they'll make you go beyond that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is Isaiah 56 and verse 10. His watchmen are blind and not warning you about the sheep. This is why in Edges it says, my people are led as a flock to the slaughter. You know what I'm saying? Because if you got people telling you that there ain't no mark of the beast, what you gonna do? You're more susceptible to take it.
Right.
You know? Because during the hour of temptation, you're gonna have a lot of these mothers, so-called, which they are single mothers, they gonna take it because they gonna want to feed their children. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have a lot of these fucking simps. They gonna take it because they're following Eve. You know what I'm saying?
or Eve gonna put the clamps down. She gonna put the pressure on, like, nigga, you gonna have to get out my house because you ain't contributing. You know what I'm saying? Go on down there and get that. I had Eve tell me that shit one time. I was complaining about Esau and shit. You know what I'm saying? How he be talking shit on the job to you and this and that. She was like, man, you better listen to that white man. I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up. You ain't even getting it, what I'm saying. You talking about listen to the guy.
But that's even the serpent. And you know what? Here we're seeing that Eve and the serpent are the most two people not fucking with them.
Right.
They're the lowest right now. They're not in it anymore.
Right.
Now the top people is Jake and the Snow Bunny. You know, you hear rumors about Shaq with his 4 concubines.
Right.
Neo his 4 wives, which he got all Jake women. So that's his actual wives. But Shaq got, white girls, so those are concubines.
Yeah, he just got caught up in that scandal with Big U and shit. Some of his money he was donating. I guess he was kind of held responsible for killing Nipsey.
Which he's another one. Big U, I believe he's another one distorting the community.
Big gang member over there in LA, yeah.
Gang member turned pastor.
Yeah.
But that's what you see. Gang member,
sheep's clothing.
pimp turned pastor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the pastor's still pimping out the woman in this congregation.
Yeah.
Sleeping with people's wives and shit, little boys. It's sick out here, man.
Yeah.
You really break it down to what our people are doing, you understand why Jacob's trouble has to come, why there has to be a Jacob's trouble.
Yeah.
You know?
That's called a cleansing.
Yeah.
The Purge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The movie The Purge. The first Purge, what happened? He said you had Skeletor, which he had demons on. He was like a deer, like he said, I want to purge. You know what I'm saying? But who is he going after? Drug dealers.
Yeah.
What are drug dealers? Warlocks, witches, pharmakia, witchcraft. You know? This is Isaiah 56 and verse 10. His watchmen are blind, they are all ignorant. The book of Revelation is sealed. We don't know about that book. They're ignorant, man. You know? They're all the name. We don't know the name. They're all dumb dogs that they cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. Yeah, they are greedy dogs, which can never have enough, man. Can never have enough money. And they're not spreading that money around. And they are shepherds that could not understand. They look to their own way, everyone for his gain from his quarters, right? So those are those hirelings, man. And when the wolf comes, the hireling, which is a Judas goat, is out the back door, trying to escape. But they don't know they're gonna get caught up too. You know, and the Most High might even put the spirit on some of the members in your congregation to beat your ass to death, to put you to death. You know?
Yeah, they exposed that in one of them, that old Western I was watching, Buck and the Pastor.
Okay.
So the pastor, he was a con man, and Buck had spotted it. He knew he was. And, he saw the little money that he was trying to save after a sharecropping. And basically, he was telling them, like, yo, these people have been through enough. You know what I'm saying? He was like, there ain't no money here for you, pastor. Go on about your business. And, so it was like, yeah, he knew. He knew. So it was like, that's a old, that shit go way back. Pastors, us praying on the congregation.
Hustling people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hustling you for all the false hope. Because really there ain't no hope out here. And also confusing you at the same time. Which is why there's a church on every damn corner. Church, liquor store, you know?
And it's like the scripture, ye are of your father the devil. Who they learn that from? The Catholic Church. The Catholic Church started that with the hell doctrine. Give us tithes, and we could save you a place, in heaven. We could save you from hell, basically.
And you know what? A lot of these Christians too, they like to run to when you saying like prophets are back, and they'll tell you Matthew 24:6 say, many false prophets went out in the world.
Okay, so what's the Pope?
And so
yeah,
exactly. So they'll tell us we false prophets, but you go to church every Sunday. Ain't your pastor's a false prophet too?
Right.
He ain't going in the scriptures.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And plus, you gotta look at the word. Many false prophets. Just because it said many, that should tell you, indicated there's a few false prophets out. I mean, real prophets out here that's teaching the truth.
Right.
But that the Most High is perfect balance.
Yeah.
So just because it says the blind lead the blind, they shall both fall into the ditch. So there's gonna be blind leaders of the blind, false prophets, and then you're gonna have the righteous prophets, because the Most High said, He said, go out to the highways and hedges and bid them to the marriage.
Right.
You know.
They said like be a small sanctuary. So it's gonna be more false prophets, of course, than the real ones. It's a small, the house of David. The house of David is small compared to the house of Saul. The house of Saul is everywhere.
The Lord said, that I shall see thy teachers.
Yeah.
So it's going to be men. Then he set up order within the churches.
Yeah.
So that's how it's all established, man.
And just like how you got those mega churches, that goes to show you that they ain't got the truth, because it says, the scripture says, many are called, but few are chosen. So how y'all got all these thousands and hundreds of thousands of members, and mega churches, and your Joel Osteens and TD Snakes? Yeah, bro.
There was a huge quake in Thailand and Myanmar. It says fears of major dam collapses, 7.7. That's been happening all over the world too. So not only do you have the solar eclipse, you got the earthquakes, you got uproars of the people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And this is an everyday thing, man.
Right.
Now it's so much news in the day, you can't really get it all.
Right.
Yo, yeah, we was going into this. 200 Tesla showrooms, all right, for the protest today, which they've been protesting, I believe, all month. They have been, they're calling them domestic teas, all right, the environmental activists. They're burning down the vehicles, spray painting them, scratching, keying, flattening tires, It says, Elon Musk Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, has worked with Donald Trump to fire tens of thousands of public workers and cut key public services. So this is going to lead to the Egyptian against Egyptian. It's going to be part of it, man. Because they're pissed off. It says people are removing the T off their Teslas in protest, trying to hide. You know what I'm saying? Putting a Honda symbol over that bitch. Or a Bentley sign. April 5th, that's right after April Fool's Day, I believe. They posted ban TikTok again. All right, and there's supposed to be a 1 million man march against Elon and Trump. But now they're saying it's going to be over 2 million people. I'll bring out that article. I'll put some.
That's Insight News. Global protest. On April 5th. Cities unite against Trump and Musk. By Stacey M. Brown, BlackPressUSA.com. Senior National Correspondence. March 27, 2025 update. Go. Tens of thousands of people in the United States and around the world are preparing to take onto the streets Saturday, April 5th, and what organizers are calling the largest single day of protest since Donald Trump was sworn in for a second term.
Yup, and bring this out. This is Proverbs 29:2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourning. So that's part of the people mourning, because people are suffering right now. They a lot of people, they're homeless for one. Every time I leave the house, I see more and more homeless people, man. Passing by the highways and through and shit. So the homelessness is increasing. So you gotta think, in the hour of temptation, when they introduce this chip, how's that gonna affect the homeless? Well, they gonna offer them housing, shelter. We'll give you some shelter, we'll give you a home. So we'll put $1 million on your chip. All you gotta do is accept it. Wow. So you might see motherfuckers that you saw homeless, you know what I'm saying? They ride past you in the nicest cars and shit.
Right.
But you don't know what they had to do to get that.
Right.
Because what they're creating, see, a lot of things are being burned down. I believe over there in California, Pasadena.
Yeah.
They burned that down to what? Create a smart city. All right, flooded Carolina, create a smart city. You know, so shit is burning down because they're getting ready to make these cities smart. It shows you out in that movie Upgrade. They had smart vehicle, smart home. You have a smartphone. You know, then they want to make your ass smart by putting a chip in you. You know.
Well, it's gonna surpass the voluntary mark, and it's gonna be mandatory or the guillotines.
Yep.
So the average motherfucker is gonna be so scared for their life, they gonna take it because it's either take it or else what? Death.
Or prison.
Or
prison, then death.
You know
But they're gonna use fear tactics too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you might actually see people getting beheaded, then that could put a spirit of fear on you.
That's right.
If you don't understand death. You know?
Well, that was part of the Willie Lynch letters. That's how he was able to what? Kill the mind and save the body of the slave. You know what I mean? Because of the lynches, the beatings, the whippings, the babies getting stomped out, the butt breaking. That was all
psychological.
So yeah, it made what? It made a obedient slave. You know what I'm saying?
This is Matthew 10 and verse 28. Matthew 10 and 28, and fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. So we rather fear, the scripture says we rather fear God rather than men. We rather fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai rather than men. You know, so it also says fear not the sentence of death. You know, so in the face of death, the elect are going to stand strong, which we're praying for that spirit too. You know, because a great example of that is the brothers in the book of Maccabees and the mother. You know?
The old man, have the fruit to eat the pork.
Now, precept. Isaiah 36, verse 6. Lo, thou trustest in the staff of the broken reed on Egypt, wherein if a man lean on it, will go into his hand and pierce it. So that means like, so our people won't run down to Egypt because they trust in it. So you say trusting this place is gonna hurt you with a sword of destruction. You know what I'm saying? Because you know they're gonna be forced and pressed to get this mark. They're gonna be forced to go get this mark because why? Because you know they're gonna be pushed out into the streets. They're gonna be fear of being homeless, losing their family.
But you won't be able to buy or sell anything. So
yeah.
you think about it. You won't be able to put gas in your car, man. You won't be able to pay the registration, insurance.
Right.
You know, you won't be able to pay your rent. So eventually, they're gonna throw you. You know, you gotta go through the eviction process and all that. But eventually, you can find yourself on the street. But then the address is also, it says they're gonna cast them out their houses. So you gotta think about persecution too. Because it says they shall be betrayed by both parents, children. So it's gonna all tie in together, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be incentivized to turn people in who are speaking out against this, or who they know don't have it.
Yeah, they gonna criminalize it, just like not having the C-19. They criminalized it. So if you couldn't prove you had the jump shot, you couldn't come in certain buildings, certain jobs.
Yeah.
You had to wear that face diaper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, get out of here. When I was doing the food delivery shit, man, motherfuckers, the old black lady, lost their mind. She was like, "Oh, where your mask at?" She's like, like, all right, get out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what it's gonna be is the choice of a slow death or a fast death. So the average person gonna rather take the slow death than the fast death. Because the fast death is gonna what? They're gonna cut you out of society. Okay, you're gonna be like the people living underground in demolition man.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But the scriptures is balanced.
That's what he said. They trust in the staff. They say trust in the staff. That means they're gonna trust into the rulers of this place, the kings of the earth, and tell them, yeah, we're gonna help you. Come to us. We got the solution to your problems. You know, come down here. You know, you get this chip. You can go put $3,000 on it. You can feed your family. You ain't gotta worry about working. Just let us think for you. We got you. So they're gonna trust it, and they're gonna run down there and get it. It's gonna prick you.
Well, what's that script that says it's better to die by the sword than pine away
Oh, that's the lamentation.
from hunger.
Yep.
So you might as well take the quick death. You know what I'm saying? Get the guillotine. You know what I mean?
Matthew 10 and 28, and feared not them which kill the body. But that's Esau's blessing. Esau's blessing is a sword to bring what? Death and destruction. You know, because it actually says in John about the thief.
I got my number.
All right, one more. This is John 10 and verse 10. The thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. So that's Esau. He's the thief, and he's coming in under martial law, which they say is supposed to be enacted April 20th. You know, but we'll see though. You know, either way it goes, it's going to be a hot summer, and summer is coming quickly. You know, the Most High is shortening the days. He's speeding up time. Before you know it, it'll be May. You know what I'm saying? Then it'll be June. It's June. Yeah, I'm good.
Yep, the book of Isaiah, chapter 27, verse 1. In that day, the Lord with his sword and great and strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, the crooked serpent. He shall slay the dragon is in the sea.
So that's talking about Esau, right? That scripture, Leviathan, is talking about Esau and his power structure. It says the piercing serpent, because that's the big idea, the New World Order. Because when you go into the hour of temptation, and you look up the word, I believe, to try them, the root word is peta, which means the idea of piercings. So that's something physical, man. And without that, you won't be able to buy or sell. You know, Matthew 10:28, and fear not them which kill the body. So they got the power to kill the body. They got the power to imprison you. You know, but are not able to kill the soul. But once you die, your spirit gets called up to the Father. You know, but rather fear Him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. But if you sell out, the Most High could torture your ass and end the nuclear destruction, man. So that's your soul and your body. You know, you don't have to take your soul out right away. You know what I'm saying? So that's that's some excruciating shit.
Right.
You know?
Well, I think that was, which is the Manchurian report, where he found out they had chipped them. But that shit was like irritating. Like when you get them chipped, they irritate. People be like, what the fuck is this? But some of that, like the scripture says, it's going to turn into
an ulcer.
An ulcer. It's going to become very painful, like cancerous. Basically, you got bit by the serpent.
Yep. Poison. Book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 18. You start at 17. Woe is me, who delivered me in those days.
Right, so this is Esdras, man. And the reason why Esdras is saying that, because it was such a terrible vision. You know, he probably woke up, you know, like, what the hell?
Yeah, when he saw it,
woke up scared as hell. You know, you can only imagine, man, screaming like, breathing hard and heavy. You know, certain dreams you have, they'll scare the shit out of you. And they'll wake your ass right up.
Nightmare.
You know? So imagine that vision he got, to the point where he's like, man, damn, how the hell am I be surveyed during this time? Right. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be nukes going on, famines, all kind of shit, you know?
Verse 18, the beginning of sorrows.
The beginning of sorrows. Okay? So that's what the earthquake, that's what all this shit is about. It's about the beginning of sorrows, man. Pestilence. That's another thing I forgot to mention. Okay, that's coming back around too. You have something called medical martial law. See, 2020, that was just a whole test run of what they're going to do, because ultimately they're going to deceive a lot of people to take this Aragon. A lot of people are going to be tricked into taking it. All right, you got a guy by the name of Nolan Arbo, which I believe Nolan means champion or a brave one, something to that effect. You know, and he got paralyzed, I believe, in a car accident in 2016. But he took the Neuralink brain chip, so now he's able, with his thoughts, he's able to move certain things. You know? So that's part of those miracles, right? So he's willing to be a test dummy, all right, in order to further that technology. That's science. So now it's gonna cause what? Monkey see, monkey do. So other people are gonna do it too. But they actually showed you that in the movie Upgrade. They showed you a man paralyzed from the waist down, all right, and taking a chip, and now he's able to walk again. The chip is giving him downloads, just like the Matrix. Wait, he said, I know Kung Fu.
Right.
What Morpheus says, he said, show me, you know? So though that chip is going to come with a whole lot of miracles. They're talking about doing away with the cell phones. You are going to be the goddamn cell phone, man, you know?
Beginning of famine and great death, beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in the fear, in the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
See, in the Middle East, people are starving because they're being besieged, you know? And what Trump wants to do, he wants to turn Gaza into to the Riviera of the Middle East. So a lot of those people over there in Syria, the women, children, men are starving, okay? See, those are things you only heard about in the Middle East. No peace to the Middle East, but they're coming to America. All right, right now Americans are, you know, you can just lay in your bed, order some DoorDash right to your front door. No worries, right?
Verse 19, behold, famine and plagues, tribulation, anguish are sick scourges for remembrance.
Right, for correction, right? But ultimately, you people will not be corrected. The only thing that's going to correct these people is the nukes, man. You know, because they're not going to listen to us. Most I said, he said they won't hear you because they won't hear me. 2/3 of our people are not even listening, you know?
Verse 20, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness.
Right, so even though the Most High is going to send famine, pestilence, earthquakes, solar blood moons, wars, motherfuckers still going to be wicked, man.
Small battles.
You know? They still going to commit adultery, smoke their weed, make their rap videos, you know, put lewd shit online.
Right.
This is an over-sexualized society. You can't, you know, you can't really do nothing without seeing some ass and titties or some homo shit, man. You know, the transgender, you know, if it's a man or a woman, you know.
Well, that's why the scriptures tell us that the heart is wicked above all things. Who shall know it? The heart being the mind. So whatever you can think of divisively for pleasure, it's always going to plague man. You know what I mean?
But then America gives you a license to do those things.
Right.
You know, there's brothels and shit. There's massage parlors. Yeah. There's websites of OnlyFans. There's websites of women selling themselves. Yeah. But now you have simple ass niggas. They're not even getting no box, but they're giving bitch millions of dollars just to watch her do shit online with other men. Right. You know, so we're living an episode of Black Mirror. I don't know if you remember Black Mirror. They had the episode with the guy from Get Out, Daniel. I believe his name is Daniel Luya.
Yeah.
But in the episode, right, it's called 15 Million Merits. But in that episode, it shows you people on the hamster wheel. Yeah. Like they had to work out all day to get a allowance of money. Yeah. But that's you waking up going to work, the grinding.
Right.
And the only way out of that was if you make it to this talent show. So the woman that he liked made it to the talent show, but then they convinced her ass to pretty much do porn, which is pretty much her creating an OnlyFans site.
Right.
Then they showed that to him, which bugged him out, and then he spoke out against it, and they gave him a YouTube channel. So this is back in 2018.
Yeah.
So now you look at how people really surviving. Right. They got an OnlyFans or a YouTube channel. You know? Hold on.
Huh?
I got it real quick. But that's not going to sustain people much longer either. You know, because say if the power outages, things of that nature, the internet could go down.
Yeah.
You know, or it's going to go down. It's going to be out. It's going to be blackouts. This is Tobit 4 and 13. Tobit 4 and 13. Now therefore, my son, love thy brethren and despise not in thy heart thy brethren, the sons and daughters of thy people, and not taking a wife of them. For in pride is destruction and much want, And in lewdness is decay and great want, for lewdness is the mother of famine. Can you get the definition of lewdness, Bobby Kershaw? Because that's what we are seeing, because it says famine, right? And read the next verse. I believe he's going to talk about it.
Verse 20. Yeah, okay. Verse 20. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourge. Verse 21. Behold, victual shall be sold good, cheap. But behold, victual shall be sold cheap, good and cheap upon the earth.
Which right now you still have Dollar General, Family Dollar. I mean, people are complaining about prices and shit, inflation, but you also have to worry about hyperinflation. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit that hit Germany type inflation, man. You know, to where it's gonna cause you a whole day's pay in order for you to get some enough food for one person.
Right.
You know, some bread, some eggs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, some meat. Shit gonna be extremely hyperinflated. So right now, the prices that we have now, people gonna look back and say, I wish I could have those prices back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That they shall think themselves to be a good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth.
Where some people do think they're in the good, because like I said, some of these people have OnlyFans, they have YouTube channels, they might have TikTok, they're influencers, and that they can make like $40,000 a month.
Right.
You know, but they're stupid though. Well, at least the Jakes are. Cause I seen this one Jake. This motherfucker got a penthouse in Miami, $17,000 a month. You know, $17,000 a month. So I mean, he's getting a lot of money.
Right.
But he doesn't. He don't know about the economic collapse. He don't know about Jacob's trouble. You know. So when shit hit the fan, he out of there, man. You know. Okay.
Got it death for lewdness. Lewdness refers to, excuse me, obscene or indecent behavior, particularly of a sexual nature.
And you see that all over. This summertime's coming up, so now you're gonna have more of these women, you know, booty shorts,
Right.
or just straight up fucking naked
In their birthday suit.
in the birthday suit, man. You
Yeah.
see it like that on the job,
Yeah.
you know, ass and titties out, you know, whatever. You might be trying to look up, you know, food recipe. You'll see some goddamn sexual shit, man.
Right.
You know?
No, these women so sick and desperate for attention. When I used to go to the club back in the day, which, you know, brothers probably been out, they be out there in the wintertime shivering, little shit,
Yep.
in the line, waiting to get in to show their ass. But they don't want to, you know what I'm saying, bring a coat with them, sickness. And it continues to say, often considered vulgar, inappropriate, and offensive.
Yep. I'll finish off. It says, and lewdness is decay. That's why America's decaying, because it's given over to pleasure, lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes. You know, that's why the Lord said, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. You know, and great want, for lewdness is the mother of famine. Back in Ezra.
Yep. In good case, even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword and famine, great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine.
So that's a lot of people gonna fucking starve, man.
Right.
You know, and that's gonna scare the shit out of people. You know, watch your loved ones starve. You know, that's gonna change people's mind to take the haragma. You know, there's one movie about the mark of the beast from back in the day. It says he made a statement. He said extreme hunger can break even a zealous believer. So they're showing you know, control the food, control the people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Control the money. You know, you pretty much got everything.
That's why the Lord Yahweh Shai always press you fasting, so you can get faint quickly. You know what I'm saying?
But I think they say that the body eats away at itself. So the pining away.
Yeah.
So I mean, it drives you crazy. That's why they came up with the word hangry. Because you notice when you get hungry, you get like agitated. You get, you know what I mean, easily bothered.
There's the Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. The Snickers
Exactly.
commercial.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You get an attitude and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then when you see Jake eat, what they do, the little happy dance.
Start dancing.
Be all
Even
happy
when
and
the
shit.
food's cooking, they go grocery shopping. They like, yeah, throwing shit in the motherfucking cart.
Actually, get that. Get Lamentations 4 and start at 8.
All right.
Yeah, good.
For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish famine, and the others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
So that sword is going to come in the form of martial law, or it could be the concentration camp. It could be the guillotine. It could be the pestilence.
Violence.
Sword comes in many forms. The nukes are a sword too. You know what I'm saying?
Street violence, because you know it's going to be violence on people being hungry, trying to rob you for your food. You got it. You know what I'm saying? You know? Hey, and you know the spirit's going to be there too. People who get that chip in their hand. People going to be cutting cats' hands off just to try to you know how Jake going to try to finesse go something to get, he going to use that, cut your hand off and, to go into a store and buy something, they're going to try to finesse some type of shit, you know what I'm saying?
Except 4 and 8.
Yeah, yep.
Lamentation. This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 8. Their vestige is blacker than a coal. They are not known in the streets. Their skin cleaveth to their bones. It is withered. It is become like a stick.
Yeah, that's what happened when Nebuchadnezzar besieged ancient Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Right? They were in city starving.
Right.
And what did they revert to? Cannibalism.
Right.
So that's another aspect of the hell too. You know what I'm saying? Cannibals out here, motherfucker. A pack of cannibals hunting down people, catching them and cutting them up, eating them so they could survive.
And keeping them alive,
Yep.
cutting off parts of their body.
Preserving them like the movie The Road.
Just like the 70 AD, was eating leather off the goats.
Oh, you gotta keep reading, bro.
Oh, it's more.
Read down to like verse 10.
Okay.
Eating goats, eating babies and all that. That's gonna break you.
And what time was that when they was eating the bird dung and shit?
70 AD.
But that was in Syria.
Syria captivity?
But that happened in both too. But it hit the Northern Kingdom first. That's how they came to America. You know.
And it says, verse 9, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger.
Right, because we've been quoting it all day.
Yeah.
So I'm saying you might as well just get it.
Pull it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They said they that be slain with the sword are better than they. Pretty much saying it's better for you to get shot in the head than for you to just be out here starving.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. But what's so crazy about it, in the time of Jacob's trouble, you're going to want to kill yourself, but the Lord going to have you too afraid to do it.
Yep.
That's why I always go into saying, there's people right now want to die, but they scared to do it themselves because they had that fear of what? Going to hell.
Yeah.
Forever. Burning in hell. They don't want to do it. You know what I mean? So the Lord will put His Spirit on you to where you want to die, but you don't have the courage to do it.
But He says, men shall seek death and shall not find it.
Fine.
You know, so you
Exactly.
might have motherfuckers try to hang themselves, but then the Lord will be like, nah.
The shit break.
The Lord, there's failed suicide attempts. You know?
Say it again?
Is that recording?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to say, like, I like your poncho. That's
Oh, I appreciate you,
that's
brother.
sweet. Yeah.
You got a question?
What?
No, we're good. Keep reading that. Keep reading that, bro.
We're kind of doing this. Is that the Bible?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of doing the same thing.
Huh?
Keep reading that.
Same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it says, what is it? For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field.
Right, so they're just wasting away thinking about Burger King, Domino's and shit.
Right.
You know, pork crabs.
Shrimp, lobster.
You know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers gonna start hallucinating. They gonna start looking at their little baby like a piece of turkey.
Crazy.
You seen on the cartoon where they be pushing they be so hungry you start turning into a chicken drum.
what I think Cole told Martin, damn, what's his name? Tommy. He said you sure do look like a milk dud.
Yeah, man. And wasn't our women doing that? They were eating that on their
Yeah,
own.
get 2 Kings 6 and start at 18. Wait, is this? Yeah, I believe that's right.
This is the book of Second Kings.
Yeah, man, we ain't dealing with no Christians.
What was that?
Mormons,
or some
we ain't
shit?
dealing with them niggas, man.
Weirdo. With no jackets on. Cold as a bitch out here. 6 and 18.
Yeah.
This is the book of Second Kings, chapter 6, and verse 18. And it says, and when they came down, Elisha prayed unto the Lord, Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai, and said, smite this people, I pray thee, with blindness. And he smote them with blindness, according to the word of Elisha. And Elisha said unto
So that's
them,
power.
Huh?
So that's power.
Right.
So that ties into the spiritual power, the Most High lifting up the standard. Because that's what the angels did to the Sodomites and Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, the angels blinded them. Right? And verse 19 goes to say, and Elisha said unto them, this is not the way, neither is this the city. Follow me, and I will bring you to the man whom you see.
Oh, jump down to 24. My bad.
And 24, 2 Kings 6 and 24, and it came to pass after this that Ben-Hadad, king of Syria, gathered all his host and went up and besieged Samaria.
So Samaria is a northern kingdom, right? So this is after the split of this northern and southern. So Samaria is up there where the northern kingdom, 10 tribes are, but then the Syria, the Most High was rising them up as a superpower at that time, and he rose them up against the north to punish them. 25
says, and there was a great famine in Samaria.
But you gotta think the whole Syrian army is outside the walls of Samaria, so ain't nobody about to come out, ain't nothing going in. So whatever left you got in the city, that's all you got to survive off. Well, that's the same thing that's gonna happen to America. Checkpoints. It says in Esdras, a man shall desire to go to a city and shall not be able to.
Right.
You know, so people might have wanted to go back to Samaria, they couldn't, because the Syrians would have cut them down.
Right.
You know.
And that's kind of happening now with all these tariffs. What Trump don't know what he's doing is he's isolating America from the other parts of the world, because we're bordered to Mexico and Canada. And so there's a great what's the name? Zelensky said you have a great ocean. So basically you in the middle of nowhere. You on an island, motherfucker. Because America, I think, is more of an import than export.
It's a consumer nation.
Consumer nation.
Mainly nations like China, Taiwan, they make a lot of money off America, man.
Right.
You know?
I think that guy was saying basically America is potentially looking to get eggs from Turkey and fucking Korea.
Yep.
They're dependent on it because I think Canada said they're gonna cut them off.
Yep. So Trump is making a lot of enemies up there in Greenland,
Right.
which is causing a lot of people to have hatred for America. And now I'm seeing on TikTok that other countries they're preparing their citizens for war.
Right.
You know what they're telling them? Do not come to America.
Right.
You know?
And 25, and there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver.
So they're playing. We're gonna sit outside these walls and we're gonna starve their ass out. If they do come out, we're gonna kill them.
Right.
So you guys, picture that you're in the ancient city, looking like, damn, they out there, damn. You know. So the famine got so bad to where they had to eat a donkey's head.
Right.
Ain't no damn meat on a donkey's head. You think about it, that's not something you will eat anyway.
No.
So that's extreme desperation.
Right.
You know?
Extreme hunger. And it says, and the fourth part of a calf of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver.
So they're selling you bird shit for 5 pieces of silver.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
26. And as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, help, my lord, O king.
So people, they gonna do that to us. You know how people saying like, damn, because they're gonna seek the of the Lord. But during then, because there's not only gonna be a famine of food, there's gonna be a famine of the word, and that's gonna hit worse because people gonna want that spiritual food, man, which we're trying to give you now, you know.
Yeah. And 27 says, and he said, if the Lord Yahweh, while Yahweh shall do not help thee, when shall I help thee?
So that's the spirit we're gonna be in. If the Lord ain't helping you, what can I do? You know?
Right.
Especially Eve. They gonna be the main one. And Jake, Cookie and Ray Ray, they gonna be too proud to come to you. Some of them might come to you asking, for help with them. But mainly they're gonna be Eve. Cause she, you know what I'm saying, cause she the weaker vessel. So, cause some of them Eve might not take that trip, you know what I'm saying? And then they gonna be out here straggling, scared, homeless. Some of them gonna be living in the dumpsters and shit, like hiding out in dumpsters, all hell breaking loose, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be hiding out abandoned houses, cars, they're gonna be trying to do anything to survive. So when they catch a man in the Lord, roaming the streets or, on his pilgrimage, she gonna run up to you and be like, oh, help me, please help me, I'll do anything, you know what I'm saying? When they go to these bunch of dudes trying to kill, they trying to rape me, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, if the Lord can help me, what can I do? You know what I'm saying?
That's also going into scripture saying that
seven women.
One man.
So Isaiah 4:1 is gonna happen over here.
Right.
Because in the kingdom, our woman ain't gonna have to work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which we see it happening right now. You know.
Right.
Read down to 30.
Okay, and out of the barn floor or out of the wine press.
So he's being a little sarcastic because obviously all they how you said all their portions were they were being used up.
Yeah.
So he said we can't help you. We don't got nothing to help you.
Yeah, basically. Shit, I can't help my motherfucking self. 28. And the king said unto her, what aileth thee? And she answered, this woman said unto me, give thy son that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow.
So that's misery, man. Like I said, there's many great miseries. Could you imagine that? Motherfuckers looking at their children as bargaining to eat.
Right.
Then you gotta think about the sick motherfuckers that's gonna be looking to capture children to eat.
Yeah.
Taking people's children. Because you gotta think there's gonna be little children crying because their parents got deleted.
Yeah.
You know?
It was crazy. Remember that movie Snowpiercer?
Oh, yeah,
When he was on the train and
Yep.
he was thinking back before they was on the train what they used to do with cannibalism. And he said, one thing that I hate the worst is that I know that the babies taste the best.
I think I remember that.
Yep.
So basically, because a baby is this tender and delicate, just like certain cuts of a cow. That's why you get a hamburger. They have to grind that meat down because it's mainly tough muscle meat where they gotta grind it. You know what I mean? To make it chewy. Palatable, whatever. And it says 29. So we boiled my son. So she did it with her dumb ass and did eat him. And the other lady. And I said unto her on the next day, give thy son that we may eat him. And she had hid her son.
So she finessed her ass.
Yeah. God damn.
Finessed. But that's how. But you can see these dumbass bitches doing that today.
Right.
Come on, man. These women leave their children at home 4 or 5 weeks just to go party, go on vacation.
Right.
So how much more when it's time for them to eat?
Yeah.
They're gonna kill them.
Right.
Or they're gonna. You have drug addicts that trade their children for drugs.
Yeah.
You know.
Goes into lamentation for a son. She hard on options.
Oh yeah.
She hard on the children.
That scripture kind of reminds me of Solomon and the two mothers.
Yep.
One woman said that was my son, and she was like, no, that's my son. And he said, okay, all right, since none of y'all really want to tell, or one of y'all lying, give me the baby, I'm going to split it in half. And then one woman that was the real mom was like, no, she can have the baby. And he was like, that's the real mom because she really cared about the livelihood of the child.
Yep, and that's the wisdom.
Right.
That's because he prayed for wisdom.
Right.
But then, so that's a good point because when you pray for things like strength of wisdom,
Right.
Most High put you in a situation where you have to exercise strength of wisdom, and that's how you know, okay, the Most High blessed him. So that's how we know the Most High gave him, which that's what Solomon, all he wanted was wisdom to judge the people.
Right.
But from that wisdom, he became the most riches. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
had the most wives,
Yeah.
1,000 wives, 700 wives, 300 concubines.
That's what make him the ultimate judge.
Y'all shot.
So that's why we go. That's also that's going into the elect because we got to know evil and good. So when we get into the kingdom, we'll know how to, precisely judge situations.
Right. Right.
With wisdom.
But that's what the Lord said, y'all, you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil.
Right.
That's what made Esau an unprofitable judge because he never, he's only dealt with evil. He don't know righteousness. So he's going to deal with you unjustly. He's going to judge you unjustly. You know what I'm saying?
Was that in Lamentations 4?
Yeah. We finished Kings?
Yeah, we said go down to 30, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
Y'all want to bring this out. Elon Musk, I brought this out before, but he made a quote pretty much saying that there's a good chance that everybody's going to be on high universal income, all right? Because of AI automation, all the jobs are going to be gone, But then you got Bill Gates. He's saying that there's only going to be three remaining job sectors, which is going to be the coders, who are the architects of the AI. You know what I'm saying? The people that make the AI systems.
Right.
Energy experts. It says the energy sector is a vast and intricate. It's too vast and too intricate for AI to manage alone. So it's going to need people. So certain of these fields, you're going to have some people to oversee to maintenance the AI. Is what they're saying. But other than that, they're trying to make everybody jobless, homeless, starving, so you can be on your knees begging for the shit, man. It says dealing with oil, nuclear power, or renewables, industry experts are required to navigate regulatory landscapes and handle the unpredictable nature of energy demands. Biologists, the explorers of life, medical research in particular, a scientific discovery relying on creativity, intuition, and critical thinking qualities AI still struggles to replicate. So AI can't do everything, man. That reminds me of The Simpsons, where it was Homer working at the fucking nuclear plant. That's gonna be one of the last remaining jobs. So they be putting shit right in your face the whole damn time. A little more in that article. April 5th. Go back to Edris 9. This is 2nd Edris 9 at verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that at the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So the fact that we see everything going cashless, people losing their jobs, becoming homeless and shit, we understand this is a time where our temptation is upon us. Take us trouble.
Yeah.
Because when you go into that word, cause it, like I say, he calls it all, it means force. He's going to force you, through deception. Then shalt thou understand that at the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like that all that is made in the world had a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. So it's very clear that we're at the end, man. You know, if you can't see that we're in, the Most High blinded you. You know.
Preparing to take to the streets on Saturday, April 5th, in what organizers are calling the largest single day of protest since Donald Trump was sworn in for a second term.
Yeah, over 2 million people. So you know something's gonna happen, man. You know. And I agree with Jay. Stay your ass home.
Right.
Like Esau. Esau gonna set this shit off. It says the Egyptian is gonna be against the Egyptian.
That's what Jake, Eve's sister, said on the TikTok. They were saying like, black people don't sit your asses down. That's they fight. You know what I'm saying? Cops gonna go out there, watch, just sit back and watch. You probably gonna watch what the cops gonna do. Yeah. You know, don't you go out there. They got nothing to do with us. He voted that man in. Let them get him back. You know what I'm saying? With more than 600 events planned across all 50 states, Washington, D.C., multiple international cities, of the message is unified, urgent handoff or rights or resources of democracy in London. Demonstrators will gather in Triangular Square from 3 to 5 p.m. BST, joining the movement alongside American, Canadians, Brits, and others from around the world. They are threatened to invade Canada and Greenland and Panama, enduring the world to stop them. Well, this is the world saying no. Organizers said this is crisis and the times to act is now. So that's what's going to make 420. Right, that's why he said it. So everybody ready to set this motherfucker off. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
And you know it's gonna be a lot of people out because that's the national weed holiday, 420. So you know it's gonna be motherfuckers out there hiding the bitches, acting crazy.
Getting the nice stick out there, high ass head. They're gonna sober your ass real quick.
You know?
This is Isaiah 19 and verse 1. It says, the burden of Egypt.
Isaiah?
Yep. Isaiah 19 and 1. The burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord, Jehovah, Ba'ashem Yahushai, rideth upon a swift cloud. And that goes into the chariots. Because what the Lord say, behold, I come quickly as a thief in the night. Okay? It says, and shall come into Egypt. So that's part of the plagues. Because the Edges said, I shall smite Egypt with plagues as before. So part of the plagues is a chariot invasion. Because a lot of people are going to see those and they're going to bug out because they don't understand what they are.
Right.
You know? It says, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it, going into the council, their ideas, trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Read the ledger here. Verse 2, it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. That's what we're witnessing, man. Egyptian against Egyptian. Esau, the Most High gonna put the spirit on Esau to fight for his country, to set this shit off. And they're scared as hell, man. You know, because a lot of people are leaving this country, but a lot of people can't because they're in the financial straits. You know, so now they gotta buckle down and what? Fight.
Well, I know y'all saw those many different Trump signs. I was out driving for the job yesterday out the fucking boonies, and one of the Trump signs said, Trump 2025, no more bullshit. You know?
It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. So soon these protests, they're going to turn into violent. They're going to turn into shootouts, man. You know?
Like the Wild West.
They just passed the law that the military can use, police can use access and force on the civilian on protesters now, they can actually shoot them, kill them now.
Oh.
Like this was just last year, they just passed that. They just passed that legislation that they can use live animals on protesters.
It says, verse 3, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. Man, meaning what? The Most High is going to, how you said, the mirth of the land is gone.
Right.
So the Most High going to take the whole spirit out of this
Right,
bitch,
you
man.
gonna knock the wind out this bitch. Boom,
Nope.
shot.
Oh man.
And I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek the idols, to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits. And so people gonna want answers so bad, they're gonna be in that King Saul spirit. They gonna seek out witches,
Warlock.
you know what I'm saying? What I'm supposed to do, you know? And even when they were playing with CERN, they got a message saying Tekel, which goes back to many Tekel. Thou have been found, thou have been weighed and been found wanted.
Yeah.
You know?
What's that when the writing is on the wall?
Yep.
That happened?
Yep. This in the ledger, it says, Egyptian religion was filled with many gods and mysterious rites, just like America, Catholicism, Baptists, Mormons, satanic. But there's supposed to be a satanic mass ritual soon too, you know? It says, well, this verse describes a darker religious turn born out of frustration, meaning what? They're going to be doing more and more sacrifices, man. You know? Verse 4, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, which is who? That's Trump. You know what I'm saying? That what they're saying Elon Musk is the real president, and then his son told Trump, "You're not the real president."
Yeah, you kept up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. You're always lying.
Yo, you see how Trump was looking at that little? That shit was funny. Trump was looking at it.
He was trying to ignore it, but he knew he was saying some shit. He should have been saying.
Son did that.
Trump funny, man.
Yeah, they say Musk bought bitch for like $42 billion. All America is a petri dish, a science experiment for them to start chipping people, man, for the New World Order. That's it. You know, first they used the Philippines, but now they're using America. You know. Verse, it says, Isaiah 19:4, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, said the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua of hosts. And that's Mr. Trump. Follow Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You know what I'm saying? Throwing niggas into Guantanamo Bay, taking bitches Section 8 food stamps, jobs.
Just like I was telling you yesterday, going back what you were saying about how this is a science experiment. You know what I'm saying? Just like somebody recorded, what's his name? Klaus Schwab's saying like, yo, he said we gotta move this. He said no more. He said no more gradualism. We gotta get this. He said only touch this that's slowing up things is America, man. We must break them. We must break them. You know what I'm saying? No more waiting. No more waiting. We gotta break them, America. He was like, somebody caught it and recorded it, and I guess one of the boys from GMS played it. You know what I'm saying? Like playing the audio and shit. I'm saying.
But that's because they know they have a short time. So there's a lot of infighting because they want to get this shit popping. Just like we want it popping, they want it, but it's on the Lord's time. You know what I'm saying? Once the elect gets sealed, if they're not already sealed.
But they in a trick bag.
Yeah.
See, they think they gonna win. They want to get it popping, but they don't understand that that's going to accelerate prophecy. The good news side for us, but it's bad news for them.
Right.
That's what goes into the inner fighting, because some of them know that and telling them just leave just leave this like we've been doing good. Once you do that, this is gonna bring, you know what I'm saying?
Cause and reaction.
Action, yup.
You know what I'm saying? Like them coming against the prophets is gonna cause a standard.
So that's why it's like that's why a lot of them is leaving and becoming like insiders, like telling the truth what's going on. Like they coming out telling the truth because they know prophecy. They some of them know prophecy. They're like, yo, they're gonna attack these people. They're gonna bring forth this new order, this chip thing. That's gonna cause the destruction of what we're trying to build. We better off just leaving it how it is. We've been winning. Just keep on, portraying the lie. Just keep that lie going. You know what I'm saying? But when you go after these people, that's gonna cause the Lord to come back and destroy these people.
Because they know they're going as in slavery.
Yup,
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But also you got to remember the scripture tells you that his eyes are larger, than what he can see. His mouth, his appetite is bigger than.
Like my grandma just said, your eyes are bigger than your stomach.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So he ain't gonna stop.
Yeah, his greed going to get
Greed is not gonna allow him to stop. The power. They call it a power trip for a reason. They trip out on it. It's crazy.
Isaiah 19 and verse 5. And the waters shall fail from the sea, and the river shall be wasted and dry up. So you got different rivers in America and shit. So the Mississippi River runs from the Gulf up to Minneapolis, Minnesota, I believe, up there. So that's very. So think about ancient Egypt. You had the Nile River come from the Mediterranean down into upper lower Egypt. So this modern day Egypt, they got the Mississippi River, but that played a huge part in the economy, shipping things of that nature. Most are gonna dry this bitch up, which is gonna cause what? That's gonna cause a famine, crop failure.
Right, but what was that lake that dried up? Lake that had the Alpha Omega sign in it?
That was over there in it's in Revelation. Actually, just get it. It's 16 and 14. Euphrates, yeah, thank you.
No, but it was one here too.
That's in
Was
Texas.
it Lorraine Lake? I can't think of the proper name.
I know.
But
I
there's
was
one
talking
dried
about
up here too.
Yeah.
They found all the dead bodies, shit in it.
Oh, okay.
I think it's over there by Las Vegas, that river over there. But they said the mob used to dump bodies in this shit back in the day.
You don't got to get it. You got it. This is Isaiah 19 and verse 6. And they shall turn the rivers far away, and the brooks of defense shall be emptied and dried up. The reeds and flags shall wither. The paper reeds by the brooks, by the mouth of the brooks, and everything sown by the brooks shall wither and be driven away and be no more. Right, so I'm gonna read the ledger here. It says, the waters of the Nile River were the lifeblood of ancient Egypt. Its fresh waters running northward from south to the delta and out into the Mediterranean Sea were the only source of drinkable water in the country. So you think about the famine, but what about the drought? You know what I'm saying? Because you really need water more than you need food. You need water for everything, for cleansing, to bathe yourself. You gotta water your crops.
Exactly. You need the water to grow food.
It says, the Most High's judgment of Egypt is pictured as a drying up of the water. That's what the nuke's they're gonna fucking evaporate this bitch. As a result, farmland will vanish. Right? Verse 8, it says, the fishers also shall mourn, because even back then, that was always a lucrative business. Andrew and Peter were fishing. You know what I'm saying? Even today, if you're a fisherman, you're out in the oceans for months at a time. That's some hard, manly work, but it's lucrative,
Yeah, I was watching it earlier today. One of the brothers on Instagram showed the little Jake, 2-year-old fishing, man. And he caught that fish. He was 2. He was with a fish with his dad. He was 2 years old. And he caught a fish. And he was willing that on his own. I was like, wow. I was like, wow. Wait. It was the nice little sized fish too he caught.
That's what's up, man. That's what the scripture says. You got to train up a child in the way he must go. Because that's actually a survival skill. That's a survival skill. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they don't grow. You have grown ass men that don't know how to
That's
fish.
my next
Man.
lesson gonna be about parable of fishing in the left. You know what I'm saying?
So that's dope. It says, verse 8, the fishers also shall mourn, and all they that cast angle into the brooks shall lament, and they that spread nets upon the waters shall languish. That's also the Most High destroying the animals beaching themselves, things of that nature. Verse 9. Moreover, they that work in the fine flax and they that weave networks shall be confounded. So if you look into that flax, they use that to make clothing, oil, and also different food products. So, you know, the Most High, which is going to bring what? A destruction of this economy. Okay, so you can expect civil war, you can expect economic collapse, you can expect war in the streets, and you can expect these protests to get very hot and heavy and bloody, you know? It's Isaiah 19, I'm going to jump down to verse 14. It says, the Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. They have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof. As a drunken man staggered in his vomit, meaning nothing they try to do is going to work for them, man. No amount of sorcery, seeking of wizards, nothing's going to work. No amount of sacrifice you can do, you know. 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail or branch or rush may do. And that's happening right now, man. You know, no jobs, no work. 16. In that day shall Egypt be like unto woman. Most High say he's going to turn the American army into women. You know, bitches. Which was Trump is, he's trying to bring back that manly spirit. You know, he's saying that there's no such thing as a transgender. You're either born a man or a woman, kicking all them out the military. But that even that's causing tension. You know, even that's going to cause Egyptian against Egyptian. You know? Oh, yeah. This is this is 2nd Edges 15. Second Edges 15 at verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. Like, our people don't even understand that they're being led to destruction, man. You know, you're being led to take the mark of the beast. You know, you're being led to worship a false god so you can be destroyed. You know? It says, I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. So in the midst of all this, because people might have a question like, well, what are you guys going to do in the midst of this, in the midst of the famine, in the midst of war, tribulation? We're going to trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. The Most High said, my servants will eat, they will drink, I'm going to take care of them. You know? It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm. So that's the chariots too. That's the elect getting beamed up, come up hither. You know, there's not going to be a rapture. We're not saying that. We're going to have to go through hell, troubles. It says the devil shall cast some of you into prison. So there's no rapture in there, man.
A lot of these Christians, wacky tackies, going to be heartbroken.
They're going to be in a rude awakening.
Wait,
Nope.
Wait again. Like, yeah, we was trying to tell you. Like,
The servant ain't greater than his master. You know, the Lord had to suffer, which that made him perfect. So in our suffering, we will be made perfect. You know? It says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. See, how about Shem Yahshua is going to smite all this shit, man? All the farm land, you know, everything. You know, locusts, lice, blood in the rivers. Yeah. You know,
frogs.
It says Egypt shall mourn, and new plagues, because the nukes are the new plague and the chariots. You know, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hell. Yeah, Farmageddon. You know? And with a fearful constellation. 14. Woe to the world and to them that dwell therein. That woe meaning destruction. You know? For the sword and their destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords, and so there it goes. It's gonna get to that point. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get to the point of
Civil War,
killing.
War.
You know?
And the war.
That's a lesson.
Right.
Civil War, World War.
Right.
You know? 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings, nor which they're doing that right now. You know, people don't give a damn about Trump anymore, man.
Right.
He's only been in there, what, 2 months?
Right.
He's lost all support pretty much.
Yeah, the laws are getting laxy daisy. Crime is at an all-time high. Sam was telling me, he was like, he just saw downtown, motherfucker was snatching his girl up in front of some crackheads, a crackhead couple, and the police was sitting right there. And Sam was like looking like, damn, you ain't gonna do nothing. The cop just sitting there, like. So it's kind of on the low level. They're not being deployed on low level crime. They're only there for murder, robberies, protect property. They don't give a fuck about, you know what I mean, the average assault happening. You know, people blowing through red. I almost got in an 2 accidents coming to camp. Motherfucker blew through the red light. I'm damn near just about to into the intersection. You know what I'm saying? Like, this place is crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
I seen that the other day too.
No.
So I did that same shit you just talking about. I'm like, damn. Dude, matter of fact, yesterday. I was like, damn. I said, just, you know what I'm saying? Just got to just stop right there. Like right in the corner. Like, you know, it was like, you know, green light right there, you know what I'm saying? Bus was coming right here. We're gonna stop right there and then try to pull back the park. And I'm like, man, I gotta go around. You know, so you know that bridge right here from St. Paul?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That bridge?
Yeah.
You hit before the Genesis Brewery right there. I'm like, what are you doing, man? Like,
I don't care.
But that's gonna be another aspect of it too, because they might let people go buck wild.
Purge.
They gonna let they gonna let motherfuckers purge out here, man.
Mhm.
Kill each other, rob each other, do all type of shit to each other.
Because you know why? It's furthering the agenda of depopulation.
Exactly.
You're gonna actually do the job for them. They want you to kill each other. You know?
It says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power, because ain't gonna be no cops to stop people. So whatever comes to their mind that they want to do, they gonna do that shit, man.
Right.
You know? And a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. So you might think about going to Syracuse or Buffalo. It's gonna be hard for your ass to get to Gates.
Right.
Gates, Pittsburgh,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? The Rondecoit, you know? They gonna besiege all this shit. Do you know Jake gonna run an Esau neighborhood, man? You know? It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Man, I like that scripture, man. Because this is you got something called Pride Month.
Oh, shit.
Where moles prance around and shit. This is a very prideful ass nation, a kingdom.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna read that again. It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So the city's gonna break down, just like you said, they're gonna be troubled with what? An increase of crime, an increase of joblessness, which is gonna create crime, an increase of homelessness, which is gonna create crime. Drug abuse, that creates crime. Diseases.
Black plague, the rats running around. Man,
know?
filth.
Pestilence. 19. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, meaning what, kick door, running in people's shit, you know, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great trip, they're gonna take everything, man. They're gonna take a woman,
5-finger discounts.
you know.
Yeah.
I'll get one more. Oh yeah.
payment. Payments. It's about to go down, chat.
We here, man. We here. You know.
It's going almost home.
This is Job 5 and verse Job 5 and 19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, and that's the spirit of the dog. Yea, and 7 there shall no evil touch thee. So that's talking about the nuclear destruction. But also the Most High is going to protect his elect from all evil. You know, it says in Psalms, 1,000 at thy 10,000 at thy left, 1,000 at thy, roughly paraphrasing. But pretty much, people always going to be death all around you, but it's not going to touch you. Verse 20. And famine, he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. So that means through martial law, through Jacob's trouble, through all of that. 21.
Now I was saying that's the dream I had a couple years ago. Like a lot of people was dying around me, but it wasn't. I was just walking. Cars were blowing up over here. People was getting shot over here. People just dying around. But it didn't affect me. I was just walking through. You know what I'm saying? Just calm.
That's that hedge. That's those angels.
Yeah.
The angels of the Lord camp about those that fear him and deliver them. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue. Because you got to think about people trying to turn you in. So-called snitching. Because you don't take the pragma. Neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. Explosion, just like you said, explosions and shit. At destruction and famine, thou shalt laugh. And that's going to be the Most High marking you people, man. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. Because with these wild beasts, coyotes. I seen a fucking fox the other day. I was driving, ran out in the street. So you have foxes, coyotes, wolves, lions, tigers, bears.
Coyotes here.
Yeah.
We saw one last week or two.
Yep.
Driving.
Yep.
Couple times.
It says, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beast of the field shall be at peace with thee. So it's great miracles are coming too. You know what I'm saying? Great destruction is coming, great miracles. And the Most High is going to protect his elect. But with that, I'm going to close it. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekakwadash. Again, giving double honors unto the apostles and elders, the great millstone. To all of the hopeful elect, saying shalom.
Shalom.